Let's get our party started this morning, shall we, folks? Let's see if we can just get everything organized, nice and neat. Bada boom, bada bing. Good morning, my friends. The stream is just about to begin. Good morning. Good morning, good morning. You cannot have Toby's breakfast, peekaboo. Good morning to you. Hi, everybody, and welcome back to the Last Minute Laura Morning Show with me, Last Minute Laura, and of course, well, not of course, but often, Miss Peekaboo. Hey? You have a blanket here to sit on, girl. No, leave his stuff alone. Come here. Hey. Hey. That's right, you. Good morning. Are you here to hang out with us too? Oh, she's just a sweet lady. She missed me so much, didn't you? You missed me so much while I was on my trip. Hey? She did. She missed me a lot. I missed you too, honey. Yeah, I missed you too. She was all alone in our house for 2 full days. We have an automatic feeder for her, so she wasn't completely alone. She got her food and Alex checked in on her lots. But she was alone in the house. Nobody came to visit her because we have cameras in the auto feeder, so we could just check her while we were feeding her. But we had the birds away. The birds were at their bird sitters for the weekend, and Toby was with Alex for the weekend, wherever he is now. I hear your noises, but I don't see you. He's around here somewhere. Anyway, Peekaboo was very happy to see us when we got home, that's for sure. Oh, we've got a glitch happening. Deep breaths, everyone. It should end shortly. Glitches never last. But we do, because we're so tough, we can handle it. I'll be right back. I'm just waiting for the glitch to end. Let's try it again. Good morning, good morning. It's the Last Minute Laura Show. Good morning, hello. Hi everybody, I'm back, hopefully for the whole rest of the stream, and we don't have any more glitching or trouble or anything, and everything's just gonna go so smoothly from here. We're going to just have so much fun and no stress. And that is the plan for today. So good morning. I've been gone all weekend, but I'm back now. And Toby's found something crunchy. I thought I gave you your food back. Oh, I did, Hugh. That's what you're eating. Peekaboo, why don't you come sit with me? Come here. No. Hey, you're not allowed to look at his food. Toby, you eat your food so Peekaboo won't take it. Anywho, good morning, Candace. Nice to see you this morning. Welcome back. Hit the like and subscribe on your way in. Yes, please. Please hit the like and subscribe on your way in. It helps the channel grow, and you're already here hanging out with us, so you might as well. As you find your seat, don't forget your drinks and snacks, and take those daily meds if needed. I have already taken my meds. I had a tea. I had a cup of water. Haven't eaten anything yet, so that is still on the list. I also have not put on my socks yet, so that's on the list. I also didn't do any work on the crochet sweater on the weekend. Even though I said I was going to, I definitely didn't. And so basically our sweater project is no farther along than it was on Wednesday. But that's okay, because I was fully busy the whole weekend. I helped my sister put in a garden. I helped her weed her garden. I was up in Ottawa visiting family for the weekend, and it was pretty lovely. I had a nice visit. I ended up taking the bus up on Friday morning because Alex was also going up to visit his family. His family is up there as well, and he wasn't going to be driving until the afternoon, until 5 p.m., and I wanted to be able to have Friday at my sister's house, so I left it Friday at 6 in the morning so that I could have the whole day at my sister's place, basically. So that worked out just fine. Good, he's crunching his food. I'm pretty sure he's crunching his food. Let me just... Toby, are you eating your food or are you eating the bird food? Is it good? Is it your food? It's so crunchy? Is it so good and crunchy? Look at this happy boy. Go eat your breakfast before Peekaboo tries to take it from you. She's gonna try. Yeah, she might. So anyway, it was a good weekend. I'm exhausted because toddlers will do that to you. I'm exhausted, and then today I'm going over to Julia's house to babysit. So I'm gonna be more tired, but that's okay. Because tomorrow I'm going to nap. I'm going to take a nap tomorrow. That's my plan. At some point tomorrow, I'm going to take a nap. I also have a friend hang out tomorrow. And then I have a doctor's appointment on Thursday. This week is so busy for me. It's not that busy. It just feels busy because all I want to do is just lie down outside in the garden. Hi, how are we? I'm off today. Hey, Slinky. We are good. I'm finally good because winter is over. It's officially spring and nobody can take that away from us anymore. It is safe to put your plants outside now, which is wonderful. And still no snapdragons blooming. I kind of thought, I put my snapdragons out in March. So I kind of thought they would take off, and they're still, they've obviously grown some, but definitely not as much as I would have thought by this time. They're nowhere near flowering. My feverfew, my yarrow, and my geraniums, all these things are just about to flower, but for some reason, my snapdragons are not anywhere near flowering. So... not my ideal scenario, but I do actually have something exciting. I went to a Habitat for Humanity. I don't know if you have those where you live. It's sometimes called, we have them, they're called Restore. And it's basically a thrift store, but it's usually centered on larger things. So like contractors who finish a job but they still have drywall, or they removed a sink and it's not damaged. Like that sort of stuff is what ends up there. Mine are close to flowering, but not quite yet. Mine are like nowhere near slinky. That's what I don't understand. They're still like 8 inches tall. Like there's no, they haven't like taken off. They've been not dead, but they are not at all like my zinnias. I put them in the ground, and like 3 days later, I put them in the ground on Thursday and Friday, and today they're already like, the leaves are bigger. They're starting to branch out. Like it only took a couple days. My snapdragons have been in the garden, in the ground, since like March, the end of March. So what's that about? I'm planning to dump all my pots, mix my soil, and plant everything today. We have restores. Oh, you're doing today, you're planting? I already did mine because I was desperate to put anything in the ground. Okay, so at the restore, someone in my I'm in a Facebook group right now. It's kind of like elite and private. It's a neighborhood group for my neighborhood, specifically about planty things. So it's people who love plants in like a 5x5 block radius. It's like a little private group. And I'm kind of obsessed that I was invited into it by a neighbor, because now I'm like a community member. But the point is, what was the point? Oh yeah, someone posted at the restore, there are seed packets for 1 cent. I misread. It said 1C, and I thought it was 1 cent. It was supposed to be $1 Canadian. But anyway, I got all excited thinking it was 1 penny for a bunch of, and the box they posted, there were probably like 10,000 seed packets. Like moving boxes, like 10 of them, full, like lined up of seeds. So I was like, I'm going to go and I'm going to buy all of them. They are 1 penny each. I will just send them out to everyone. Turned out they were $1 each. I still bought 14 seed packets. So I did spend $14 at the restore. All of the money at the restore is also going back into the community. So I didn't feel bad about spending more. But I want to show you what I picked up. It's for next year. I'm not going to be planting these things this year. Did I need to buy the seeds? No. But don't worry about it. But what? But nothing. It's going to be a great thing. I'm going to show you in just a sec. I'm going to go grab the seed packets I bought. They're all this season's seed packets. It's just that the restore got them. It's not that they are expired or anything. It's just the restore doesn't care about making a profit. So I saved probably about 70%, I want to say, on the price of those seeds, because some of them were around $3, some of them were around $4. So anywhere from, I would say it's about 70% savings is what I ended up with, which is good, because next year I will have to buy those seeds for some of the things that I purchased. Okay, I just wanted to finish winding that ball. Now let me grab those seeds. Oh. Okay. Since we got rid of so many seeds, nice. I dumped all my pots in March, Slinky. Okay, so the seeds I picked up at the restore include Pansy, Show Swiss Giant. I figured I would try pansies next year, and I don't know. I just feel like starting small is a good way. Here we go. So these are those. Gorge. Then I got a packet of black hollyhock seeds. Easy handling, all natural seed coating. High quality blend of clay, lime, and perlite. The color is non-toxic, food grade. Start indoors 6 weeks before last frost. Okay, anyway, I got the black hollyhocks because they didn't work this year, so I'm gonna get them to work for next year. I also got a sunflower, just for fun. Easy to grow sunflower, red variety. Plant directly in the garden after last frost, blooms August until frost. Just a red one. Thank you for the compliment, Candace. I did, in fact, dye my hair yesterday. Next, I got more California poppies. These are labeled as mission bells, but they're a variety of California poppy. I'm trying to see if there's any information. July till frost again. So I did mission bells, which is just a bunch of different colors, of California poppy. Then I got a packet of zinnia in the color Art Deco. These are like basic seed packets. They're not like fancy varieties. They're like Mackenzie is like gardening seed packets, just entry. Then I got calendula Pacific Beauty Mix. I will save seeds for my calendula this year. I just feel like I want to have a backup of those. And then I got poppies. They're Shirley poppies, and they are the Falling in Love variety. I grew these this year. I don't know if any of them are growing because my poppies have not bloomed yet, but I got another packet in case it didn't work for this year. I'll try again. These are the Shirley poppies. They're Falling in Love. So it's pink and red, which is nice. Then I went a little bit nuts on sweet peas because I used all of my sweet peas this year. I don't have any seeds left. So I wanted to have backup seeds for next year. So I bought 3 packets of Starry Night Mix, 60 to 90 days to bloom. A dark and mysterious mixture of the richest antique colors available. Ideal for creating a cool backdrop. Scarlet, navy blue, crimson, maroon, mauve, and cream colors make up this mystical, fragrant blend. Ideal for walls, fences, and containers. Soak seeds in room temperature water for 12 to 24 hours to encourage germination. So I'll show you what these look like color-wise. Ta-da! So I got 3 of these. And do you see the price on there? Regular price, $4. So for $12, I would have paid for these, and I paid 3. So that's a good deal. The next one I got are the Sweet Pea Spencer Giant Mix, a beautiful mixture of sweetly scented flowers, widely used for flower arrangements and garden decorations. Heat tolerant, prefers deeply dug soil with plenty of compost. Soak seeds at room temperature water for 12 to 24 hours, blah, blah, blah. So plant outdoors as soon as soil can be worked. Girl, I'm way ahead of you. So I have 6 packets of sweet peas to add for next year. What I probably am going to do, actually it is what I'm going to do. I'm going to put all of the seeds from the 3 packets into 1 packet. Same thing for this one. And then last but not least, I got a mixture of hollyhocks. So these are double hollyhocks. It's Hollyhock Dwarf Double Mix. And let's see. A dwarf variety of an old-fashioned hollyhock, semi-double and double flowers from pink, red, white, and yellow. Easy to grow. Time period, July to September. 10 to 14 days. Indoors before last frost. Anyway, here's the color. The color of the hollyhocks. A yellow hollyhock could be kind of fun, don't you think? Anyway, so next year we are going to have more hollyhocks. I will say right now, I was counting a few of my things in the garden yesterday just to see what's going on there. That doesn't go there. To see what's going on, like to see how many of certain things that I have. And so far, my hollyhock and malva, which is basically the same plant, just like a little different. But hollyhock and malva, I have like a good number. I feel like I have, let me see, let me count in my head again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think I have 9, but possibly 10 hollyhocks / malva. They look the same until they bloom. So I don't know yet. But somewhere between 9 and 10. Peekaboo, you better not touch his food. Peekaboo. Don't do it. I'm watching you, girlfriend. Anyway, feeling like we are going to end up with a good showing on our hollyhocks. I already have one Malva blooming, which is awesome. Love her. She's beautiful. And then I have one hollyhock that is near blooming, which I'm very excited to see. Oh, 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 oh. And I'm also happy to know that even if I don't buy any more sweet pea seeds next year, I will be set. My hope and my plan is that I will actually be doing some seed collecting from my sweet peas this year. But this kind of guarantees that even if I don't do that, I'll still have sweet peas in the garden. 6 packets of sweet peas is the right amount of sweet peas for my space. Okay, now where's that zinnia? Gotta put you in with your sisters here. Glorious red, bright purple. I think you're just gonna go in here behind glorious red and we'll organize you next year. Marigolds, I didn't buy any new seeds for them. Cosmos, I did not. Calendula, do I have any of you? I don't think I do. So I'll put you here. And then I'll put you here with the poppies. Okay, sunflower, that is going to be grown this year. The black hollyhock, I kind of feel like I want to grow it in the fall. You know? We'll see. We'll see what makes sense. And the pansies and the poppies. You are poppies and you are poppies, so you guys can go together. Now, hollyhock. Do I have a spot for hollyhock? Yes, I do. Okay, there. Why are those ones so small? These hollyhocks versus those? I don't know. I don't know. And then pansies will just be shoved in here somewhere. I don't think I have any more calendula. Cool, so that helps. That gets us a little bit closer to next year's garden. This year's garden technically hasn't really started yet, but that won't stop me from starting next year's garden. Just like I know it won't stop you. Okay, so for sunflowers, do I want red sunflowers in my backyard? Maybe. I'm gonna put it in a way, and then if I decide I want sunflowers, I can plant them later. 75 to 90 days. We have how many days in our frost-free calendar? Let's see. What does the internet tell us about how many frost-free days we have? How many frost-free days? 160 to 183. $183 frost-free days. That seems like I could plant sunflower seeds for quite some time. I'm glad you're having fun, Gary, taking your bath. Enjoy. Fresh, clean water for you there. Did you eat or did Peekaboo try and steal? I'll move your food bowl so Peekaboo can't find it, okay? Golly gosh. How are you guys all doing right now? How's the sitch? Could you not? What is my life about right now? I tried to move the table so that you guys would have a better view today, but it means that my carpet had to move, which means that my chair catches the carpet in the way that it doesn't normally. Ugh. Okay, so I think we should take a look at my garden first, obviously. If I even took any new photos, let me just check. I don't recall. Are you surprised? Okay. Hi, Pika. Come here. Good girl. Okay, let's see. I did take some. Good. Stop that. Don't touch. Ew, don't rub your wet nose on me. Oh, Candace, you're gonna love this. I have some really nice pictures to show you. Actually, I have a couple extra important ones. Okay. Oh, I have something really freaking cool to show you. My sister made latte art for me. She didn't mean to, it was an accident, but they came out so pretty, so I'm gonna show it to you. One of these days, you should give us a live garden tour. That sounds like a good idea. Honestly, it does. It's a good idea. It's probably something we should do. Where did I put Discord? Did I close it? I think I closed it. Oh. Okay. I did make an outline for the live stream today, so just know that I was so organized. However, I'm not organized at this moment, so just hold on. By the way, good morning, Melissa. Okay, so we go into plants. Hi, Toblerone. Do you see how he has a dog bed right there? Right here is a dog bed. I mean, this is also a dog bed that's been folded into a couch, so the whole thing is a dog bed, but I mean, that's where he usually sleeps. So what's this about? What are you here for? Why over here? Just 'cause. Just being dog. Just dog things. Okay, now let's jump into the old Discord. I don't know why my nose just started running for no reason. Not like dripping, just like I can feel it inside my nose. I know you asked, but that's okay. Okay, ready first for the cappuccino art my sister made. Hey, Sharon, good morning. Sharon, do you know who, what is her name? Hold on. Jess? Hold on. Sowards. Jessica Sowards. She does a YouTube channel that is farming. And I know you know about this channel because it's pretty big. Jessica Sowards from... What is her channel called? Nope. Can't remember it right now. Jessica Sowards. Something farm. I can't remember what her channel is called. Anyway, your profile picture, you look just like her from Roots and Refuge. Thank you, Candace. You look like her in your profile picture. I'm not clicking on your profile picture, so I don't know if up close it doesn't look like her, but every time you say hi, just so you know, I have to remind myself that that's not who you are, because I see the profile picture from, I mean, I'm 2 feet away and the profile picture is tiny, but still, from here, let me click actually. Go to channel. Let's see if I can click your picture bigger. I don't know. You look like her. Okay, let me open. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Sorry. That's not what I meant to do. Didn't mean to open it there. Okay, hold on one sec. Let me search her for you. Jess Sowards. Nope. Yeah, here we go. Look. Don't you think you look like her? In a good way. I don't mean anything if you don't like how she looks, but in a good way. I feel like that's your doppelganger. When I'm looking at your emoji, your profile pic, this is who I'm seeing. Every time I see it, I'm like, "Oh, hey. Oh, wait, that's not her." That's what I do in my head. "Oh, look, hey. Oh, that's not her." But she's cute. Little more of the woo-woo Christian that I usually go for, but I like her personality. Okay, are you ready to see what my sister did? Look at this. She handed it to me and said, it's a squid or our parents fighting, which is a joke, obviously, because it's like a Rorschach test. And then I turned it upside down. She gave it to me upside down because I'm left-handed, so she gave it to me with the left hand facing me, and it didn't look like anything. I switched it upside down, and I was like, "Girl, that's a cardinal. It's like a clear cardinal." And she was like, "Oh, it is." And I was like, "No, it's not like a little bit of a clear cardinal. Look, it's like a really, to me, that's like a very clear bird cardinal. It looks on purpose. Don't you think?" And then after I took all these pictures, my sister said, "Don't post any of those." And I said, "Why?" And she said, "Because there's a dog hair in the corner." She makes me a cappuccino. Does the dog hairs end up? Not my dog, her dog. Anyway, my sister can do cappuccino art. You're welcome. It's important for you guys to know about that. And then more important is this is Toby's, or a blue jay. Yeah, it could totally be a blue jay. Her house is surrounded by cardinals, so I call it a cardinal. Okay, Toby has a new car seat, and his car seat has something to connect his leash to back so that he doesn't like die in a car accident, hopefully. Hopefully we don't have to deal with any car accidents ever, but like, anyway, he's safe in this, so I don't have to hold him. But look at how cute he looks. He's just facing me so that no matter what, he's in this cozy bed. He's still making it as close as he can to me. And I just thought you guys might want to see him being very, very cute. Look at him. Look at him cozy as a little cozy little guy. Oh God, he's so friggin' cute. I took several pictures because of how cute he was. And Alex was like, is he doing something? And I was like, no, it's the same picture over and over again because I'm obsessed with the dog. So there's that. Okay, now let's get into the garden for today. So my choke cherry is starting to drop her petals. I'm very proud of her. We are going to be getting some bigger leaves hopefully soon. Not very much going on yet with the yarrow here. This peony is not going to bloom. It never has. I'm not concerned. I just keep it for the leaves, basically. Every year I'm like, maybe a peony. And every year it's like, nah, just some leaves. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. Sorry, one sec. Ugh. Anyone else's back way older than them? My back is like way older than me. Okay. Next, this is what it's looking like right now from the going down the stairs. As you can see, we've got a very lovely little air conditioner, and then we've got some yarrow. Then these three big pots, there's actually 5 in a row here. I don't know why I make it so that you can't see all of it, but just know that there is over on this side more pots. So there's 5 pots, and they have sweet peas in them. It's important to keep our furry family safe. I've got 2 dog car straps that keep them safe while traveling. It's a good idea. So these plant pots, you see the big fence that I put up behind them, the big, what is it called? Chicken wire fence that I've got back there. That's for the sweet peas, which are just about to grab on to the fence. They're like very close. This is my other sweet pea sort of trellis. So this white pot that you see here is full of strawberries. I'm kind of using that pot to keep the soil covered because I planted all around the edge of this large Rubbermaid tote. I planted nasturtiums, sweet peas, and hollyhock and malva. So over in the corner, there's hollyhock. There's also a coleus in there. There's a few things in there, but overall, the main thing is just this is going to be sweet pea climbing. This is my pet onion. This is one onion from the grocery store that I put in a pot 4 years ago. I think this is its 4th summer. It may be its 3rd summer, but I think it's the fourth summer for this onion. And it's amazing, and I won't ever pick it. And I just love it. Look how big it is. Do you see how big it is? It's like 3 feet tall. It's beautiful. Okay, this is my Cosmo garden. This is this one garden bed is predominantly cosmos. There are 11 cosmo plants in this space, and the space is probably 5 feet by 3 feet, I feel like, for this plant pot. So in a 5 foot by 3 foot space, I have packed 11 cosmos in. I actually only planted 10, but if you see in the corner here, there's a baby cosmo that came up. And my hope is that it's an apricota, so I'm leaving it. There's also a random marigold that is coming up here. I threw a lot of seeds into this garden, and I planted a lot of seedlings. So there is going to be some competition happening. As you can see when I zoom out, there's a lot in each pot. Like, I know that other people might only put 6 cosmos in a pot like this, or a bed like this. I put 11, and I'm going to be very pleased with it. Also, all along the outside here is poppies, sweet alyssum, and baby's breath. There is also right here a snapdragon I don't remember putting that Snapdragon in, but I must have. So such is the way. This is my zinnia bed. So obviously this chunk of poppies I'm leaving. Poppies are done before zinnias start. So even if there's poppies everywhere, I don't have to dig them up because the roots that they have are very limited. Like you can pull a poppy out of the soil very easily. It does have a taproot, but it's not holding very hard. So like if you grab a poppy and pull it, it won't break. The whole thing pulls up. So anyway, these poppies are all going to be finished before these zinnias. You can see there's 2 zinnias, one up top and one down below, and then a big patch of poppies in the middle. I might separate those poppies, but I don't like to touch the poppies individually because they don't want to be touched individually. So what I would do if I do plan on separating these poppies is I would look at this line of poppies and go, there's one bunch here, there's one bunch here, and then there's one bunch here. So I would probably remove this whole middle section of this row of poppies so that there's 2 clumps of poppies, and then that middle section, I'll just move it somewhere else. Honestly, I'll probably do that today. No, I won't. It's supposed to be sunny later, so maybe I'll do it tonight. I also have my amaranth coral, velvet curtains here. And then all along the back of this bed, it's hard to see. Let me see if I can show you better. Okay, that's a little better. So do you see there's amaranth right here, but all along the back of this garden bed, it's all sweet peas and nasturtiums. I can't say it's all sweet peas and nasturtiums. There are some other things coming up in here, like some weeds and some random plants from last year. A few feverfews are coming up. I'm letting the feverfew go, like the feverfew seedlings. I don't know if you can see right here at the bottom, this little guy, see if I can get him closer to my finger. This guy right here. Oh, now he's gone. Is feverfew, and I'm going to just let the feverfew grow this year and not bother them. Where are you going? And I'll take them out at the end of the season and transplant them into my perennial pots. My my thought is that this year they're not going to grow too particularly big, so I'll just treat them like seedlings and then treat them like perennials later. This is my marigolds bed. This one has, I don't know how many marigolds. Let's count. We've got, I'm not going to show you what I'm counting. You just count with me. I've got 1 at the corner, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 or 12-ish. And then I don't know if you can see here when I'm zoomed in. Let me see. Hold on. Where am I looking? There and there. Let me see if I can get us a little bit closer. Okay, so do you see right here, this plant? This one here is a baby's breath, and this one here is a zinnia that was planted from seed. So I have a couple of them in this bed, zinnias that have come up from seed. I'm not going to pull them. I've decided if they get, I want to see what they are first. So since it's a zinnia I planted from seed, I don't know what color it is, so I want to see what color. Here's what it's looking like from over top right now. I'm pretty pleased considering we had almost nothing like 2 weeks ago. You can see things are starting to cover the soil, which is good. There's still a lot of soil showing. In 2 weeks, I don't think you'll see any soil. So that's good. We are moving towards what I want to move towards, but we've got the zinnia bed, the marigold bed, the cosmo bed. So those 3 are going to look really exciting, I think, these 3 at the bottom, because they're going to be predominantly one variety of flower, and I think that's going to look really interesting. Also, the sweet peas or the sweet pea trellis, these pots also have other stuff in them. Obviously, you can see the whole front is poppies. All of these yummy lettuce type things are all poppies. This one's also a poppy right here, even though it looks different. It's just a different variety. This right here is chamomile, which is great. I threw seeds in the winter. And then the 4 dominant plants. The 4 dominant plants in this pot are straw flowers. I do have 2 cosmos, a sweet pea, a maidenhair vine, coleus, and sweet alyssum and marigolds all in here also, but like I would say dominantly this is going to be a straw flower pot. And then this one doesn't have any dominant plant, this middle one. Inside of here there is nasturtiums, poppies, sweet alyssum, snapdragons, baby's breath, cosmos, marigolds, and a amaranth coral fountain. So this pot is going to be just chaos. This pot is more zinnia than anything else, but do you see in the front of this pot, these two things here, those are both baby's breath, so that's going to be amazing. The next pot behind has my big Malva. This is a Malva Zebrina, which I'm excited to see what she looks like. Malva Zebrina plant. I want to see what the whole plant looks like. Okay, so this is Malva Zebrina, maybe I'll remove Zebrina. It's a Malva plant that I have, and the flower I currently have on my plant is stunning. It's a dark flower. So this is what I thought I was going to be getting, with something bright pink like this. The one that came up is like the one that's on the packet. This is the seed packet I used, and it's this like bright fuchsia one, like this dark colored one like this. So this is great. I'm loving the color of that. I was expecting the other one. Now I'm kind of hoping that one of them turns out to be a blue one. Mine looks like this right now size-wise, but the color is that bright color. I want to see. Excuse you, Toby. We're going to have to figure out what we can do with these, because you can make marshmallow. I'm just trying to find the color. I feel like that's pretty accurate to the color that I have, this one. So I'm excited. I just want to see what it looks like big, plant, adult, like full size. What are we looking at here? Okay, so these are not very robust looking. My grandpa's, from what I recall, were super robust. That was this variety, but his was like perennialized over 1 billion years. So that's possible that it's just, mine's not new. Mine's new and not strong yet. So when it comes, I'm hoping that it's going to give us lots to look at. That's something I'm really excited to see how she turns out. I remember my grandpa's house having them like this, like just like covered in flowers. And they start small like this, but they get covered and they get pretty tall eventually. Those are some big leaves. Those are bigger than I would expect. I'll probably cut the leaves for that. But anyway, I do have one, which is exciting. Okay, so that's the first photo set. Let me jump into the second one. My yarrow, my yellow yarrow, is like getting ready to open. Interestingly to me, yellow yarrow does not grow the same as the other colors. Why is yellow yarrow a different growth habit than other colors? Cool. Not in images. Not interested. Let's see. Yellow yarrow has a different growth habit, taller, sturdier, and more rigidly upright because it's frequently completely different species than the spreading, mounding, or sprawling pink and red yellow varieties. Millefolium versus Filipendulina. Yellow yarrow, Filipendulina, specifically native to Central and Southwest Asia. And this one is what? If you are seeing shorter mounding yellow yarrow, such as the moonshine, that's what I have, right? Moonshine? It's likely a hybrid that incorporates the ferny foliage and mounding of the common yarrow while using the yellow genes of the Filipendulina. Okay, cool. So I do have yellow yarrow soon coming to a flower garden near me. You can see it's already creating its little blossoms. Here's a little bit of a wide angle shot of the garden from the bottom of the stairs. So you can see like what I would be walking to as I walk to my seating area, which is at the back here. There's my lilac tree number 1. There's a lilac tree back there in the back as well. There's one of our security cameras. And we've still got some cover on this one back here because this is my Apricota Cosmos, and I'm very much not trying to have the squirrels kill all my Apricota Cosmos. The squirrels where I live are so rude. That's why the common names are confusing when you try to translate it into science. Yeah, Like geraniums. Did you know geraniums, like the ones that you think when you think of the word geraniums, aren't even from the plant of geranium at all? Geraniums. So when you search actual geraniums on Google, you get pictures of like the scented variety, but the kind that you buy at the store, this geranium is not even a geranium. What are geraniums actually? So, when you buy a geranium at a local garden center, they're actually pelargoniums. Pelargoniums. Why aren't we calling them pelargoniums then? Why aren't we calling them that? They're from Geraniaceae. So they're from Geraniaceae, but they're not geraniums. You know what I'm saying? Don't appreciate being tricked like this into calling them geraniums. Also, this yarrow here, this pot of yarrow is so amazing. When it blooms, you and me and the whole neighborhood, we're going to scream. It's going to be beautiful. Also, that random feverfew, she gets to live there because she survived. Also, look, there's status, apricot status. My squirrels are also very rude. I'm trying scented geraniums for the first time this year. When you say scented geraniums, do you mean, are those the perennial kind? Or is that the kind scented geranium? Oh, wow. Come on, Laura. Geraniums. Scented geraniums are, okay, the tender perennials. Okay, that's what I have. The squirrels are monsters in Ontario. Ontario squirrels are, they're literally like the crackheads of the squirrel world. They dig many holes and spread fleas and disease. This hosta, though, does not do either of those. Look at this. This is actually 3 varieties of hosta. There's one over here in the corner. That's like a shiny little green. One over here, a shiny lime green. And then the one in the front, a matte green. Oh God, they're beautiful. I need to separate these next year, and I don't want to because I love how good they look when they're all big like this. But for health and safety, they should be separated. Also, underneath my lilac, I transplanted a bunch of hostas earlier in the spring, and they are so happy, and they're spreading out, and the ferns are spreading out, and look at all the petals on the ground. Do you know why they're all on the ground like that? Is it because the tree was shaken violently by the storms? No, it's from squirrels. You know how I know? Because they broke branches off of my lilac. Let me see. My mom used to do Easter egg hunts, and the squirrels would chew through the plastic eggs. That's because they are the devil. Again, here is the picture of all the leaves and petals that have fallen off the lilac. I should collect them to make my lilac syrup. Anyway, here's a beautiful hosta. There's the beautiful hosta. Look at the sensitive fern. The fronds of this fern, they get me. Okay, Candace, are you here? Candace, come back, Candace. If you're feeding the cats, come back. If you're walking the dog, come back. Look at the scented geraniums. Speaking of scented geraniums, this is a cranebill variety, Slinky. And I grew her from seed. From seed Candace sent me 3 years ago. Look how big she is. Also, if you want to look at something big, look at this hosta. She's the prettiest thing I ever had. You're here? Okay, good. Look at this. Look at how big it is. She's gorgeous. I have another picture though, so hold on. Here in Belgium, we rarely see squirrels. Lucky you. I hope it stays that way because they will ruin your garden and they will bring fleas to your dog. My dog, not this dog, but my previous dog got fleas. He doesn't interact with any other, he didn't interact with any other animals. He literally got fleas from being outside in our backyard. Why were there fleas in our backyard? Because of the squirrels. That's why. Okay, now next one. Candace, don't go anywhere yet. I got more to show. My bleeding hearts are alive. I won't say they're thriving because putting out 2 flower stems on a 4-year-old plant is kind of not the vibe. But she's still alive, so I'm happy to see her. Can we just look at this friggin' hosta leaf? I just want to eat it. You can't though. It's not permitted. You actually can, but I'm not going to. This fern is like my pride and joy. This one ostrich fern that I have. Someone posted in a local plant group, like, trying to get rid of ostrich ferns. They multiply so fast. And I'm like, when? When are my ostrich ferns going to multiply? Because look at how beautiful she is. Also, these are more ferns. I have a very good fern collection now. Don't know if you're like a fern girly, but I have these beautiful forest ferns that I don't know the name of. I have these maidenhair ferns. All of these were forest collected from my parents' forest. So that's what those are. Maidenhair ferns. Beautiful. Again, in case you were wondering about this hosta that I have already shown you 1,100 times, don't worry, I'm going to be showing you it more throughout this summer, because this right now, how big it is, it's like 5 feet by 4 feet big right now. And it's going to end up being like 6 feet by 6 feet big by the end of summer. It's so pretty and it's blue and I love it. Thank you. Here's what that fern looks like from a bit farther away. Gorgeous. Stunning. Look at those. Gorgeous. I know. I know. What do you mean? Look at that fern corner. Oh, you want to go sit amongst the ferns? Don't mind if I do. Here's a hosta. There's some ferns. Here's some more ferns. Ferns over there. Little more ferns coming up here. This is my fern corner. I would call this my partial shade region. Used to be full shade. Now it's partial shade. Here we go, Candace. Here we go. We got scented cranebill geraniums coming around. Look at all the flowers. I go away for 2 days. Look at a little drop of water. I go away for 2 days and come back to these gorgeous flowers just exploding. Look at them. Look how cute they are. Aren't they so cute? Look at her little flower coming out of a flower. She's so cute. I'm so happy to see her. Look how big it is. Look at all the little pink flowers on it. I love them. I love the leaves. The leaves are so cute. Wowzers. Yeah, it got big. I was trying to show you how big it is. Okay, I also brought my monstera outside, which is why there are fewer plants behind me. I'm going to be bringing probably the rest of my plants outside today or tomorrow. A lot of my indoor plants, I should say. And this is going to prevent any of them from dying, because as soon as they go outside, they seem to do so well. Look at that beautiful leaf. So proud of her. Look at that beautiful leaf. So proud of her. That scented geranium was not planted there. This scented geranium is in a mint pot. I did not put you there. How did you arrive? You must have been broken off or something by a squirrel. Thanks a lot, squirrels. Okay, now here is the highlight of this morning's photo set. This is my pet onion. I say that because it's not... It's a perennial plant that I keep as a pet now. It is no longer an annual. I originally put this in the soil in the winter inside my house 4 or 5 years ago. 4 winters ago. I put this inside my house in a pot. It sprouted because obviously. And then I put them outside and said they'll just grow and then I'll take it out at the end of the year. It's not like I'm going to eat it. It will go to flower and then the bulb will be small. However, the bulb, instead of being small, just split into more onions. And now there is a baby onion right here. And then 3 big, strong adult onions. You can see they've been through winters. They have been through multiple winters and they're getting big and again anyway. This was 1 and it turned into 3 and now there's a 4th. And they're so big and strong. Look at how big she is. I put her in a tomato cage this year because I decided she deserves all the support. Why would I put a support around my peony, you say? Because I don't want to. These are grocery store variety yellow onion. That's what this is. So if you needed to fill out some space in your garden and you wanted some vertical height, I mean, why not plant a row of grocery store onions and they're blue. They're these big blue tubes and they're hollow. So you can see if it gets crinkled, they can't stand back up. But until they get crinkled, they have this really beautiful tube blue silver foliage. And I think they're beautiful. I do. And if you see... my baby girl's got 2 flowers coming. There will be a 3rd. Each one of these onions will get a 3rd. Each one of these 3 will get a flower. But you can see once they get crunched, see how it's flattened here? And see how this one is toppled over? They have a hard time standing back up once toppled. But look how big it is. Look how robust. It's my beautiful robust. I'm very pleased. I don't know if you can tell. I really like this onion. She looks beautiful. Look how tall she is. Beautiful. So I just wanted you to see my onion because I'm very proud of my onion, my pet onion, as I called her. And then once again, the most important thing to see is this. This is the most important thing. I have a gift for you. It's Toby sleeping. Here again, in case you wanted to see it again, it's the same angle, just a different photo of Toby sleeping. And then the last thing, in case you missed it, my sister did this with a cappuccino for me. It's a cardinal. Or a blue jay, but it's a cardinal because where she lives is surrounded by cardinals. Okay, thank you for looking at my garden. Thank you. Nope, that's not what I wanted. This one's the one I wanted. Thank you for looking at my garden. Appreciate you. You're so nice. Let's see. Did I miss anyone else's garden updates? I don't see. Was that the geranium herb Robert? Yes, it was the geranium herb Robert. Geranium herb Robert. But I've also seen it called the... It doesn't look like the geranium herb Robert, though. The leaves... Actually, honestly, even the leaves don't look like that. Look at this. It doesn't look the same. So look, this is the geranium herb Robert. And hold on, let me grab my geraniums. Look at this. Geraniums. Geranium herb Robert. Even look at the leaves. The leaves aren't the same. Do you see how they're like a big leaf versus this is more like fern-like? So it was in the seed packet for geranium herb Robert. Hey there, Christine. Let's see, shiny geranium versus geranium herb Robert. How about hardy geranium versus herb Robert. So let's see the other kinds. Yeah, I feel like that's not what I'm growing. Don't you think? Like it's from the same family? It all looks like basil to me. I love that for us. Don't worry, we're here to teach you. So I feel like geranium herb Robert, while similar, to me does not look the same as what I'm growing. But that's the seeds. Like that's just a perennial that I grew it from. Like hardy geranium. A handful of hardy geraniums. Ooh, let's see hardy geranium varieties. I love plants, but I barely know them. Well, I know them very well. And I don't mean I know them very well like in a nerdy way. I mean like they're people. Like I know her like that kind of way. Like I know her very well. Let's see, 400 geranium in, wow. 400 geranium species, including, yikes, those notorious annual weeds, shining geranium, and geranium herb Robert, aka Stinky Bob. I will say that the geranium I'm growing is stinky. Do you have photos? No, you just have words? You want me to read about geraniums? I wanted pictures and descriptions. Let's see. Hardy geranium, herb Robert. Let's just do hardy geranium varieties. Herb Robert is a specific species of cranesbill. While all herb Roberts are cranesbill, not all cranesbills are herb Robert. Okay, while you did give me seeds for the herb Robert, you did. What I am growing from the seeds you gave me does not look like herb Robert to me. It does look like a cranesbill, but not the kind that are in that photo. Hardy geraniums. Let's see. 11 hardy geraniums for the shade. Let's see what we have. Hardy geraniums deserve a spot in every garden. Got it. Now let me see. Cashmere purple. That's not it. Patricia. That's not it. This is the same variety or the same shape. And Nodos. No, that's not it. Ooh, that's cute. Raven. That's not it. What's this one called? Nimbus. Orion. Roseanne. Ann Thompson. This one's cute. Oh, cool. Okay, that's all we can do. Great. Love that for us. Well, we do have a geranium. Let's just go with that. We have one. It does not look like how herb Robert looks. But it's pretty, and it's a cranesbill, and I love her, and I will keep growing her because she makes me happy. And do you see in the background of this photo, there are marigolds blooming? Cool, glad you can see it too. Anyway, why don't we now jump into the actual live stream conversation today, shall we? Let me just get into here. So, I know I said last week we were going to do what makes a home cozy. Oh, God, my back is not made for surviving. I know we said we were going to make the discussion like what makes a home cozy, but instead I thought we could just chit chat because I had a busy weekend and didn't do a document the way I wanted to. Cool. Love that. Please rip without hurting me. Thank you. Okay. So we do have some good stuff going on with the sweater. I didn't do any work on it, so don't be mad at me. But I do want to hear about how you're doing and what's going on with you as well. So maybe while I'm setting up, you can update me on your weekend. It's May 25th, so I know the USA folk have had Memorial Day over the weekend. I hope you had a good Memorial Day and you memorialized to those who need to be memorialized. I'm not a doctor, all right? I was busy this weekend. I also went to a very exciting event in Ottawa that happens every single year on the fourth weekend of May. Fourth weekend of May. And it's called the Great Glebe Garage Sale. And it is in the Glebe neighborhood, which there's a road called the Glebe, or it might be called Glebe Avenue. Anyway, around this area of Ottawa, this central neighborhood, it's all 100-year-old homes that are very expensive, multi-million dollar homes, and big old growth trees, lots of shade gardens. Really beautiful. And they have this huge garage sale, and it's like 10 city blocks by 10 city blocks. Maybe it's probably 10 by 10. It's probably 10 by 5. 10 city blocks long by 5 city blocks wide, all around like this one main street in Ottawa, Bank Street. And we went there, and we basically, it's like all the rich people and all of the shops on that street put their garbage out. Not literally garbage, it's a garage sale, so things are for sale, but it's all rich people, so a lot of the stuff is really nice, even though it's garage sale prices usually. Well, this time a lot of the garage sale prices that we were used to were a lot more like close to the sale price of items, like things that you would see and go, wow, how much is it? And they would go, $2. This year they're like, that's $17. It has a price tag on it. Then you look it up online and the retail price is $20. So it's like, and then all of the stores, usually they would do like really big discounts, the stores on the street, and they would have like an outside table with stuff for sale to kind of keep the energy of the garage sale. This year it was like 30% off everything in store. And I'm like, that's not really like garage sale prices and garage sale vibes. So that was a bit of a bummer for me, but seeing all of the plants was nice, and there were a lot of people selling native plants. I will say there were a lot of people selling wild violets for like $10 for a pot of them, and I'm like, in this neighborhood that we were in, the majority of people have them in their lawns. Like they're a weed that takes over lawns. They're not a weed, they're a beautiful flower, but they are a weed. They're not invasive, but they are aggressive, and they are a native, so they're not invasive, but they are aggressive. They do fill out a spot. So selling it for $5 or $10 is kind of silly. I don't even know that you can buy wild violets at garden centers because they are so prolific everywhere, and they're just a weed. Like you don't buy dandelions at the garden center, you know? So it feels weird that people would sell them, but I'm not in charge of other people, so I can't make up that. But there were people selling things like hostas, some of these types of scented geraniums we were talking about, and yeah, generally it was we had a good time, and we were there for several hours, and I enjoyed myself. Okay, I'm going to roll a ball that is this big so that I understand how much I have available to me to use. We had a great weekend. Weather is currently hot at 31 degrees, 31 Celsius. I don't know what we are getting today. I didn't check. I saw that it was sunshine. So it's full cloud right now. Apparently at 12 it's going to shift. And today we are getting 24 degrees Celsius. Tomorrow 27. Wednesday 26. Okay, so we've got a beautiful weekend. Or a beautiful week, rather, coming up. Also, I have a dermatologist appointment this weekend, or this week. Why do I keep saying weekend? This week, I have a dermatology appointment, and I'm really excited about it. And Alex was like, why are you excited about a dermatologist appointment? Let me tell you. It's because, how many years have I been told I will get skin cancer? Almost all of the years, almost every year, almost all of the years that I have been alive, I have been told my skin is sensitive to the sun. My eyes are sensitive to the sun. I need to wear sunscreen. I need to wear sunglasses or else I'll get skin cancer. So I've lived most of my life without wearing sunscreen. This summer is like the second summer that I'm making an effort to wear sunscreen, which is not good. You should wear sunscreen. Look at me. I'm usually wearing long sleeves and long pants though, because I don't like the feeling of sunscreen. This year, I'm going to wear sunscreen and I'm going to wear shorts. That's my plan. So, all that to say, I'm excited to go to a dermatologist and have all of my moles and freckles looked at and have a doctor be like, your skin has no cancer on it. Because then I don't have to worry anymore. I can just look for changes and new things. Whereas right now, it's like I have in the back of my mind, there is skin cancer all over me. Because there's no one who has confirmed that there is, in fact, not skin cancer all over me. So I am going to go with like an awareness of all of the places I want looked at. I might even go like in with a pen on my body to like circle all of the areas so I don't miss mentioning it to the dermatologist. But I'm excited to have a dermatologist check out all of my skin and let me know if there's anything that doesn't look amazing. And what else am I going to ask about? I'm also going to ask the dermatologist about my aging skin and what they recommend for that. Because my skin is so thin and old now, and I don't like it. I want it to be young and fatty. Like my face has no more fat left in it. All the skin is starting to sag. So it's fine. I know aging is a good thing. It means that you're alive. But if a dermatologist can be like, here, rub this on your face and you will turn 25 years old, then, you know, like maybe I'll do that. But I'm looking. Bailey's got a shot today. She is gonna hate us. Yes, she is. Thank you for the reminder, Candace. That is on my list of things to do, is to book shots. Book shots. You need shots, huh? You need shots. I don't think you've had your rabies shot in... I think it's been at least 2 years. I think they do a 5-year or a 3-year now, though. So I don't think you need rabies this year, but I think you still will need your heartworm test and your heartworm medication, and you'll need them to listen to your heartbeat and to weigh you and to look at your teeth. You know, all the important things. You happy girl? There you go. I love when she sits her head in my hand. She's so cute. Super cute. Peekaboo is like super cute. It's gonna be a beautiful day today, Alex. It's gonna be a beautiful day.
Is it?
Yeah.
Thanks.
Could you grab me a pair of scissors? Doesn't matter which one, they're all sharp. Ready? I can't do it yet. I'm not ready to cut. But do you want to see how sharp they are? Oh. Pretend that first one worked.
Typical YouTuber response.
Literally. Okay, so let's see. Oh, sorry. me see what I've got in terms of my discussion. I wrote some discussion questions for us. Oh, I had a bunch that were about the garden. If you're not a gardener, this isn't ideal, but they're questions I have and they're questions I want to talk about. So maybe you guys can have opinions even if you don't have a garden. One of them is, hold on. Where did I go? Oh yeah, it was like, okay. So I thought we could talk about specific flowers because I grow most of my garden with the intention of making bouquets. Like I look at my garden as a source of bouquets. So sometimes I let certain weeds grow because I know I like them as like filler in my bouquets. I have this variety of, I feel like it's called red finger or something. Hold on. Red finger weed. Are you gonna show me? Lady's thumb. Okay, you got it. Lady's thumb weed. Okay, so there's this thing called lady's thumb, and it's like it's obviously a weed. It's not like trying to be a cultivated plant, at least not in my life. It grows here so much as a weed. I don't think people grow it as a cut flower, but hold on. Lady's thumb. Okay, so this is lady's thumb. And right now I have it growing in my garden in lots of places as a baby plant, looking like this. I thought it was amaranth. It's probably related to amaranth, just the way it grows. It gives amaranth to me. But the flower on it is this pink, like, group of seeds. Do you see her? Knotweed. It's from the knotweed family. This plant is a summer annual that is half a foot to 2 feet tall and more or less erect, although individual plants may sprawl. The stems are usually light green, round, and glabrous or slightly pubescent. The alternate leaves are up to 6 inches long and 1 inch across, although usually smaller. They are lanceolate leaves. Anyway, the flower itself is lovely, and the stems are long if you let them grow long, and the flowers are kind of like cute little fillers. They don't cause me any trouble. What can I do with this? Here's how it kind of grows as a bigger plant. That's why I think it's amaranth adjacent to me. Here's what the little flower stems look like. They look great in bouquets. So even though it's technically a weed, I really like it, and the color is cute, and the overall vibe of it works well in bouquets. Lady's thumb, how about we do uses? Let's see if it can be used for anything. Lady's thumb. Used in cooking, a mild, slightly peppery leaf, and medicinally as a traditional poultice for irritation in skin, as well as a natural dye source. Ooh, what part of the natural dye? Insect repellent. Suggest rubbing the foliage directly onto skin or horses. Natural dye. The flowers and leaves can be used to create a natural dye. A natural yellow dye. Lady's thumb natural dye. Let's see what we have here. Lady's thumb for natural dye. Do we have any dye examples? No. Nobody has... Oh, here we go. Hold on. Heather, alder. Cool, none of those are lady's thumb. Appreciate it. Why did you say it's used for natural dye if there's no examples of it? Lady's thumb dye. Thumbs up for lady's thumb. Used as a mordant. Who used what as a mordant? Here we go. Okay, hold on. Here. So, you see it everywhere. Sure, it's a perennial. Well, it's an annual, but okay. 2 to 10 inches long. Sure. Pink flowers. Yeah. Uh-huh. Mild and tasty. Lady's thumb is mild and tasty. Described as merely acceptable or palatable. Okay, tasty. The green foliage, flowers, and young shoots are pungent with a bit of a peppery taste and only slightly bitter. They make a great splash of color and flavor in a salad. Okay, can use interchangeably with spinach in soup. Okay, cool. That's good to know. Edible. We love an edible. Yellow dye can be produced. I would like to see an example of lady's thumb dye. Lady's thumb yellow dye. I want to see somebody showing me it being used as a dye. Do you have a picture to go with your yellow dye explanation? No, you don't. Who are these people? Do they not care about we, the natural dye community? Am I going to have to use this as a natural dye so that I can put photos on the internet so that there are photos of this as a natural dye? Kind of seems that way, doesn't it? Sure seems that way. I'm not seeing any yellow dye examples. That's okay. We'll do it this year because I have so much growing. So it's all great. Okay, so what I wanted to talk about in our garden discussion was, what are your favorite, okay, hold on. Which ones are your favorite and which ones are like overhyped? So there's a few for me that feel overhyped. I haven't gotten into them yet, and that could be why. Maybe someday I'll start collecting that type of plant and then it will feel less overhyped. But there's some plants where I'm like, okay. And one of those is roses. I feel like it's overrated. Roses are an overrated flower. I love roses. I love seeing them at other places. But like, I don't know. I don't feel like growing roses gives me bouquets. Even though roses are what you get when you buy a bouquet, my brain still goes, if I grow roses, they're on a rose bush. I'm probably not going to maintain a rose bush so that I can get cut flowers out of it, because that's like a whole separate thing. So really it would just be like an area for enjoying, like not for cutting flowers from. And that's okay. You can like, I have hostas. I don't use them for my cut flowers, but they're like a shade plant and they don't create a flower. It's like, if I have a flower, I want to be able to cut it. So if I can't cut it, it has to provide a lot of value other than being a cut flower. And for me, roses, I don't know if they would provide enough value. Maybe if I got a really high scented variety that I could make edible stuff with, like rose flavored things. But I feel like roses are kind of overrated for me. And you know what I find really underrated? Wild violets. It seems like everywhere I go, people see them as a weed that needs to be removed from their lawn. And I'm like, why wouldn't we just have that instead of lawn? They create these beautiful groups of corms that like aerate your soil, are edible. The corms are edible. And what else? And they're beautiful flowers. And the leaves are pretty. Like when the leaves, when the plant leaves out after the flowers are done, the leaves are beautiful. They're big, beautiful green, like crunchy looking leaves. Is there a reason you're reaching for my yarn, sweet girl? Hey? Hey. Is there any kind of reason that my yarn is in your reach? Sorry, she just sometimes I catch her looking real fat and real cute. So, yeah, I feel like roses, the benefit of roses though, they are impossible to kill. Literally, like, roses are basically just a weed. I don't know anyone who can get rid of roses. Anyone that I know who has roses that they don't want still has them. They just still have roses that they don't want. Right, Pika? Isn't she so cute? Look at her. She's trying to pretend like she's not sneakily trying to get that ball of yarn. But do you see her tail flick? It's because right now she's sneaking up on it. The ball of yarn in front of her. Watch. You gonna get it? It was a beautiful weekend though. We did get a rainy day, but that was good because I was gardening with my sister. And gardening The weather is going to be beautiful this week, though. We're going to have plus 20 something all week. So for me, overrated would be roses. Underrated would definitely be wild violets. I feel like nobody appreciates them the way that I do. Nobody knows them like I do. It's like everyone thinks they're like taking over their lawn, and I'm like, they're actually not taking over your lawn. They were there first. You're planting a lawn around wild violets. Wrong. Oh, also on my bus ride to Ottawa, which was amazing. I really like that trip. I like the bus ride. I like long trips alone in a bus. I find them relaxing. Anyway, on the trip up, we drove through like the rural way. There's like a more rural way and a less rural way. We drove through the more rural way, and there were so many trilliums in the forests alongside the road that the whole time I was on the bus, I was just enjoying looking at ferns and trilliums from the edge of the forest. I consistently say to myself, every time we do that drive from Ottawa to home to Ottawa, whatever, like for real, I would love to just pull over and start exploring the wild land. But it's not actually wild land, it's all private land, and some of it is, it's not crown land, but it's like ecological preserving. It's like wetlands preserving. So you can't just go in and explore, but oh my god, I want to put my waders on and just go into the water, and because it's all swampland. I said to Alex, I think I want to live on wetlands. I think that's like my biome is wetlands. Just got hella nauseous again. Love that for us. Don't you, Toby? Or Pika? Toby's still here too, just not in his bed. And let me see what I was also looking. Flowers that look the most expensive. I thought we could do that as well. Where is everyone? How am I supposed to just do this by myself? It's a discussion, Pika. I guess it's not. It's just me telling you about my vibes. But I feel like when it's what looks expensive, it kind of is what looks formal. Because everything that looks like informal and whimsical doesn't look expensive to me. Like you see like stately flowers like roses and snapdragons and what are they called? The Lysianthus. I almost said Elysianthus. Lysianthus. They look expensive. What other flowers look expensive when you see them? Like, you know, orchids, you look at them and you're like, that's obviously expensive. What summer flowers look expensive? Like zinnias and cosmos do not. I would say snapdragons do. I'm excited to see my baby's breath. That's something I'm kind of hoping this year we'll get one of them to come out as a double. Last year all of my baby's breath were singles, and that's okay. It's not like the end of the world, but I would love to see some doubles baby's breath. That's like what you get when you get a bouquet. It's baby's breath, but it's a double. I'm just making equal sized balls of yarn so that I know how much I can use on every piece. Right, Pikachu? I don't know what she's pissed off about. Tulips always look expensive to me, but I know better. Tulips do look expensive, don't they? But you know what? Kind of makes sense. You don't get very many flowers from any tulip. And also, don't you get one flower from one tulip? Like they should be expensive, don't you think? If you only get one flower. You know what never looks expensive to me is Shasta daisies and what are the other ones? There's the other ones that are big, open, daisy looking flowers. There's Shasta daisies and are they mums? They're not mums, are they? There's that other kind of like daisy type thing where you always see them. They're at grocery stores in a bouquet and they're like a big daisy. Can't wait for the rhododendrons. Rhododendrons are so pretty. They look expensive. They look like stately. I feel like Japanese maples too. They always look expensive. And a well done hedge like a well-cut hedge looks expensive. But what flowers look expensive that I'm growing? What am I growing? Like Clarkia Mountain Garland is too whimsical and airy. Hollyhocks, are they expensive or whimsical? I feel like if it's not like a sharp shape, it doesn't look expensive. Like anything that has too much air around it doesn't look expensive in the plant vibe. Okay, so now I've got, first of all, a very itchy spot on my shoulder. I got a couple mosquito bites there. It's very mosquito-y. If you go just a little bit north from where I live, the mosquitoes like take over. They are too much mosquito. Public Gardens, Victorian Park has huge rhododendrons. Oh, the Victorian Park in Halifax is so beautiful. The Public Gardens are stunning. I went in September, I believe. Not last year, but the year before that. And we walked through all of them. That's where I actually collected seeds for the firecracker vine. Melissa, if you didn't get seeds from me and you want to grow the firecracker vine, go to the Public Gardens in the fall. They have tons of things going to seed. That's also where I collected seed for my Queenie Lime Orange flowers for zinnias. So the Public Gardens, that is honestly, I don't know if that's like against the rules. It probably is. I mean, everything's against the rules. I collect seeds from any public garden. I don't cut flowers from public gardens. I don't dig up perennials from public gardens, but I do definitely collect seeds from public gardens. In the fall, if you go to any botanical garden that you have free access to, obviously, if I paid to a botanical garden, I would probably still take seeds. Is it technically prop lifting? Sure. Is it technically stealing something that doesn't belong to you? Yeah, but it's at the end of the season and you're saving seeds. You don't save all the seeds from one plant because surely the botanical garden is also saving seeds. But if you save 10 seeds from one plant, nobody's going to get mad at you. And if they do, you can go, I'm sorry. It's fine. I've never been in trouble for doing it. I am a white woman in Canada, so take that for what it might mean. But even still, even as a white woman in Canada, I can tell you, botanical gardens are a pretty safe place to take seeds from. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. One sec, let me just pull all this out first up to here. So, yeah, I love public gardens for that. I got in Ottawa public gardens at the Experimental Farm, which is, I don't know why they call it that, because it makes it seem like they're doing like experiments on cows, but really they're doing growing experiments. Like if we grow 1 acre of corn with manure, 1 acre of corn with fish blood, and 1 acre of corn with clay, which one's going to grow better? Like they're doing that kind of stuff, like hybridizing and stuff. It's not like science, like chemical science. It's science like biological and growing science. Anyway, it's the experimental farms because they do experiments on food crops so that they can inform Canada's farmers about best practices and to find out better ways to do stuff. But it looks like if you've ever seen a Dutch tulip farm, the way that they're like broken into large cubes of different colors of tulips, it's like that, but different crops. And there's bike paths all through it because it's like a flat field. It's like a huge flat field in the middle of one area of the city. Like you have to drive around the experimental farm, and it's like, let's say it's 100 acres, but it's 100 acres square. It's a square, and they put bike paths all the way through it, so you can drive around through it, but there's no shade because it's a big flat field. But all of the paths are paved because they go through it with like equipment, and also students go through there, like the university students, the PhD students that are doing their experiments. Anyway, they also have a huge lilac garden, which is like, I don't know, probably Probably 100, but maybe more. I don't count very well. Probably 100 different varieties of lilac trees. Then they have probably 500 varieties of peonies. And then they have a rose garden, which probably has 500 varieties of roses. They have an iris garden, and they have tulip gardens. So they have different varieties of gardens. Then they have annual and perennial gardens. So they have certain perennial gardens you can walk through. They have a Japanese garden in there. And the Japanese garden just has plants that are common in Japan. And then because it's plants that are common in Japan, they also were like, let's put a couple of pieces of Japanese furniture just to make sure that everyone understands. And, hey there, Laura. Nice to see you. Laura Van Bell. What a lovely name. Hello, I'm Laura Van Bell. What a nice name. I'm Laura Van Bell. I do custom interior decorating. I charge $1 million per home for the decorating. You pay for all the supplies. Call me, Laura Van Bell, to make your house classy and expensive. What do you do, Laura Van Bell? Anyway, welcome. And we're talking about garden stuff right now as I wind balls of yarn. Anyway, so at that botanical garden, I collected seeds for the tiny marigold that I have now. It's the tangerine gem. And then that made me buy seeds for the other varieties of tangerine gem. I also got my Queenie Lime orange seeds collected from a botanical garden, which made me buy Queenie Lime red plants. I'm a crochet artist. Oh, awesome. Same. So, yeah, it made me buy Queenie Lime red. So it's kind of like I save seeds, I try it out, and it tells me if it's worth trying like other varieties of that thing. So this year I am going to have firecracker vines going wild. I'm really excited to see the firecracker vines take off. Since I started them early, hopefully we're going to have lots and lots of flowers this year. Last year we had so many flowers, so I'm not really worried. Last year we had one firecracker vine plant, and we had like unlimited flowers from that plant. Like I didn't end up cutting flowers very often because there were just so many. I could cut flowers and it wouldn't, like I would still have lots. Some of the plants that I grow, if you cut the flower stem, you have no flowers, like snapdragons. If you cut the flower stem off of a snapdragon, you have no flowers for a considerable amount of time until it branches out and grows two new spikes. The firecracker vine, it makes 1,000 stems, so you can just pull as many stems as you want. You're still going to have lots, and you're still going to have lots that go to seed. The only thing I'm going to do this year that I didn't do last year is I am going to mark off some of the blooms that I don't want to cut earlier in the season. So last year I was cutting as many as I wanted, and then once it hit August, I stopped cutting as many so that it could go to seed. But it does take some time to go to seed. Like they weren't ready until October, and then a bunch of my seed was like questionable. It worked this year. The seed grew. However, I want to make sure I have good healthy seed this year because I had some bad luck with other seeds this year. So I want to make sure my seed collection is very like strong and healthy and robust. And so they were sharp. Maybe they're just not tight enough. It's probably not me. So I'm going to let certain flowers go to seed much earlier than they used to. Okay, now let me check my rows here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. 25 with a knot in the middle. So maybe we're going to remove one, depending on how many we have here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Okay, so this one has 23, so we're going to remove 2 rows from this, which is just fine. So that's 25. And here's 24. Oops. Okay, and then also I want to get a list of flowers that are major pollinator friendly flowers, because I mean, I grow enough flowers that I don't really need to be concerned about inviting pollinators to my backyard. I definitely already do. The pollinators are here. There's a few though that I'm interested in adding. I want to add something for not for the butterflies, for the hummingbirds. I'm interested in adding something that will entice them. I may add a hummingbird feeder this year because I don't think I have very much to entice them. The firecracker vine is known for the hummingbirds. Clarkia mountain garland, snapdragons. These things are all hummingbird friendly, but I'm kind of thinking maybe next year I need to grow more 4 o'clocks or like something like a trumpet so that it's like really attractive to the hummingbirds. Because I would love to invite more hummingbirds. What are you? I am a human woman. Oh, what am I frogging? I'm frogging a couple rows off of a sweater I'm working on. So I've got a sweater that I put the yarn for aside and then lost. And I had already made half of the sweater. So I can't find the yarn for finishing the sweater. So I have to frog part of it so that I have enough yarn to make the other sleeve and keep the front, back, and arms equal. That's what my plan is. So I'm not using yellow right now. We're going to be switching colors. And we have we have a couple of options. I think I want to do a stripe in the orange right now. I think that a stripe in the orange would be good. And then we'll go back to the teal. Actually, I don't know. Maybe we'll do a stripe of orange, teal, or do we go to a whole new color right now? We've got confetti blue, confetti teal, confetti yellow, teal, yellow, confetti yellow. And then we could do purple, orange, pink, or teal for our next color. We do have teal later in the pattern, so that's good. But we could do 2 rows of pink or purple. This is for a man also, so I mean, it doesn't have to be masculine. He doesn't mind that if it's not like explicitly masculine because he's like a big man. I kind of feel like the purple looks better than the pink because there's no pink in the confetti, but there is purple in the confetti. So I think I'm going to retire this pink into the basket, and I think I'm going to do 2 rows in purple. 2 rows or 3 rows? I think I'll do 2 rows. We'll just do 3 if it's confetti. So I'll do 2 rows in the purple, and then we'll switch into another color. I think that'll do. That'll do, pig. Now, where is my crochet hook? Why would it be near me? Why would it be? Oh, there it is. It is actually near me. Love that for me. I'm making a crochet blanket for my son's friend. Oh, that's nice of you. I don't like anyone anymore enough to crochet for them. I mean, I do, but I kind of also don't. You know what I'm saying? Like, nice of you. Your son's friend is probably just a little garbage human, so I don't care for him. I mean, he's probably nice. I don't care. I just don't like people. I do like people. I don't know what I'm even saying. Don't worry about me, guys. It's like I mostly don't like people, but I like you guys, and I like Alex. But, like, Alistair's friends one day? I don't know about all that. But that's still nice of you to do. Is it his birthday, or are you just, like, a nice lady? Oh, also, do you guys use fertilizer in your garden? If you do, what should I use? I've used Miracle Grow in the past, but I definitely starve my soil each summer because I overplant. Like, I put way too much in my garden. I try my best to fill out my my soil with compost in the winter and to put, like, old food garbage or coffee grounds, eggshells, that sort of thing. So I refeed it as best I can. And I do have worms in my pots. Like, there's worms in all of my pots because they just make their way in and then live there. So I know there's at least worm castings, and yeah, so I know there is, like, broken down stuff in there, but I also know that I plant so much in each pot that I have that I don't know if it's getting kind of starved. And I was supposed to. I made blankets for all the birthdays. Oh, that's so cute. You could do wow, you could do Neptune's Harvest liquid fertilizer. Okay, that's good. Is that like fish related, I'm guessing? Neptune's harvest, I'm guessing that's fish blood, fish bone, all those things. I'm willing to try it. I've tried some Gaia fertilizer. But I feel like, personally, okay, I like the idea of the liquid because to me that feels like it would be nice for the plants, like to absorb something that's in liquid form. However, my hose does not have any attachment to add liquid to, and I have a garden that I do not like to do general watering with a can. I mean, I guess I could do the fertilizing with the watering can and then water with my hose on top of that. So I guess I could do Neptune's Harvest. But I would, if I could do a dry fertilizer, I would love that. If that's not the best bet, I'll go for the liquid. It's just like, that's a little extra labor for me. Is that what you use? Let's see what Neptune's Harvest looks like. I feel like I know it. I feel like I know. Neptune's Harvest fertilizer. Okay, yeah, this is at my garden center. I feel like I've seen those words, and I feel like it has a picture of a man on the front, and that makes sense. It's probably Neptune, or an artist's interpretation of Neptune. Okay, so Neptune's Harvest, great. I also think that maybe what I want to do, I say this in every fall, but I always want my garden to go all the way until frost. So I don't want to do it in the fall. It makes me want to do it in the spring, but I want to do it in the fall this year so that next spring I don't have to turn over my soil. I want my soil to be ready in the spring as opposed to requiring amendment in the spring. So I think this fall, after the garden is gone to sleep, I think I want to do the soil, I don't know if you have Espoma Organics, but they have good granular fertilizer, either Biotone starter fertilizer or Plant Tone. Okay, hold on. Espoma, I've heard the word Espoma from other people, from other YouTube garden people. But I don't know if it's here, let's see. Yeah, you can get it on Amazon. Biotone starter. I feel like Flower Tone is what we're looking for. 4-pound Flower Tone Bloom Burst organized. 1 pound equals 3 cups. We recommend wearing garden gloves when feeding your plants. Yeah. Dig a hole larger than the plants. That's not what I want to do. Transplant. I just want regular fertilization. What do you want? Establish plants. Apply monthly. Okay. 1/2 cup around a drip line. Like adding salt and pepper to food. Sprinkle evenly. Okay. Don't touch the foliage. Okay, Espoma or Neptune's Harvest. Thank you for those. If you do liquid, you should water well and then do the fertilizer so it doesn't wash out. Okay. See, I was thinking putting the fertilizer on and not like indiscriminately, and then watering so that I could get all of the fertilizer off of any foliage that got on it. That was my thought. But true, we wouldn't want the fertilizer to wash away. Oh, my sweet plants, so exciting. I am excited to see some real development in the flowers this week because we have a whole week with like beautiful warm days and beautiful warm nights that aren't hot yet. Like we have 27 degrees Celsius tomorrow, but the rest of the week is like 24, 23, 21, 25, like really comfortably, beautifully warm. So the sun, and it's also going to be sunny, like actually sunny, which is so exciting because now my garden is going to really pop off. Like it does something. It does something big after like a big rain. We had big rain this weekend. We had rain Saturday and Sunday here. And then we are now gonna have like 4 days of sunshine and above 20 degrees weather. So basically we can pretty much be feeling sure that for us, it's about to happen. It's about to pop off. I think, let's see, by June 1st, I think that we will have more flowers. I was gonna try and come up with a guess, but I don't actually know what will be blooming. So far, I can only see one Clarkia plant in my garden. I put a tomato cage, not a tomato cage, I put a chicken wire cage covering it so it can't be dug by squirrels and can't be just disturbed at all. It has like 4 inches all around it of cage, and the cage is like 2 feet tall, so nothing will be able to hurt my Clarkia plant until it gets like well established. And I just feel like I planted 2 whole seed packs of Clarkia Mountain Garland, and I have 1 seedling. So I'm a little bit stressed, a little bit sad. I'm neither of those things. I'm not stressed or sad. I'm really happy when I see my Clarkia, and I wish I would see more of my Clarkia. But it's okay, I'll buy more seeds for next year. I don't think I'll be able to collect enough seeds from it. Last year, I've never really successfully collected seeds from my Clarkia. Peekaboo. That's right. Thank you. Anyway, so that's something I'm a little bit sad about. And I also feel like I want to fertilize my garden, because why are my snapdragons not popping off? They're like little. The snapdragon plants are little. You know what's weird to me? The snapdragons that I planted out in March and in April are smaller than the snapdragons that I didn't plant out and kept in the seedling tray. How does that make sense? They don't want to be growing inside. They want to grow outside. And, sorry, is this on your little spot? Here, take that out of your way. Hi. So I don't know what I did wrong. Maybe they got stunted from cold, but usually that's not a problem snapdragons deal with. So I feel like maybe they're just taking a minute to go, or maybe slugs are eating the roots or something. They're alive though, and they're still growing, just way slower than what you would expect them to be growing at this time of year. The soil is healthy. So like, what do you mean? Like, why? I mean, I don't know that the soil is healthy. Audio. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I don't know. I just would like my snapdragons to go really big and exciting, because I have 2 full pots that I did just snapdragons, and one of them is like 2.5 feet across, and it has like 8 snapdragons in it. So I just planted every like 3 inches, but all the way around the place, a bunch of snapdragons. And remember, I had like 21 snapdragon plants, so there's like probably 18 snapdragon plants in my backyard, and 0. Okay, first of all, relax. Second of all, my stomach just made the insane loud growl noise. Anyway, I would really like to see some snapdragons. That would make me happy. And so far I have not. Okay. And let's see. I found this question in a discussion forum of plants online that I was looking at, and it was someone saying every garden should have food in it. There should be no such garden that has no food in it. And there was basically an argument going on in the comments, and I was of 2 minds of it. One, I kind of agree. I think every food should have something edible, but I also kind of feel like even if you don't try, something in your garden is edible. Like if you're growing nasturtiums or snapdragons or zinnias or cosmos or marigolds, all of those are edible. So wild violets, edible. Lilac, edible. Hostas, edible. Like lots of things are edible, so having food in your garden doesn't mean you have to plant dedicated food plants. It just means you have to know which flowers are food. Pansies, edible. Also amaranth, edible. Lots of the things that I grow are actually edible, they just aren't grown to eat. Like, that's not why people grow them. They're grown ornamentally, but they're still edible. Like, do you think those cabbages that you buy in the fall arrangements are not cabbage? They're still cabbage. Like, they might not be intended for eating, but that doesn't mean that they're not edible. Do you know? And I'm growing rainbow corn this year. I have, so far that I can see, 5 alive plants. So we'll see if the squirrels dig them out or if the small critters eat the plants before they have a chance to turn into anything. But I did put them underneath some chicken wire cage, hardware cloth. So hopefully that will keep them safe until they're established. But even if they don't work, I'm excited to see a big tall grass in my yard. Also, I have to pee. It's 11 o'clock. I'm going to finish my row here and then I'm going to go to the bathroom. And I think we're going to be switching to, maybe we'll switch to orange after this. Actually, I'm not even going to finish my row. I have to pee really bad. Okay, you guys talk amongst yourself. I'll be back in just a minute. I will mute my mic and turn. Hello? Sorry, my tummy grumbled again. So I had to. Also, I will eventually do tutorials again. I don't know what happened. I think I got myself all amped up about 100,000 subscribers. Peep my play button right here. Oh, that's just my YouTube play button for collecting 100,000 subscribers over the last 7 years. However, for some reason, leading up to that exciting transition, unfortunately for me, I got myself all amped up and burned myself out. Did you burn yourself out from working so hard? No, I burnt myself out from overthinking. So I haven't been filming tutorials or editing or doing any YouTube stuff for like, I don't know, almost 2 months. It's not good. YouTube does not like that. The YouTube algorithm gods definitely don't like it. I'm still live streaming, but I haven't been creating, which is what my literal job is. It's like make stuff and film it is my job. Haven't been doing that. So I will be doing it. I'm not done or anything. I'm just, I just gotta buckle myself back down. It's been very busy though. May was a lot and June is gonna be a lot. So I'm gonna do my best, but I'm trying not to be so hard on myself if I can't get stuff done, because I'm trying to just, like, everything takes time. Maintaining this house takes time. Washing dishes, washing clothes, cleaning the house, taking care of the animals. Just general house maintenance takes a bunch of time, and I am the house maintenance manager. So getting my work in has to become more of a priority, as opposed to getting our home in order, which has been kind of my priority during the spring because there's so much mess with the plants. I think that maybe what I'll do for next year is I will have an actual, like, announced absence where I say I'm not putting any tutorials out for April, May, or June. Like, I'll do like maybe April and May, like a 2-month hiatus where I can say, like, I'm still here, I'm still a creator, but I need time off for the garden season. It's just so messy around here that adding mess with crafts is, like, not fun. So yeah, that's just something I've been pondering on a little bit. Okay, I think I need to do, so I've done a row of purple. Okay, now I'm gonna switch back into the pinky orange for a couple rows. Or am I gonna do 2 rows of green first? Maybe I'll do 2 rows of green first. That might be fun. Or I'm gonna just keep interchanging whatever I call these colors, okay? Pink or green or teal. Okay, yeah, I think purple, then teal, then orange. And that'll give us a little bit of an interest happening, hopefully. How's everyone's gardens doing? Are your house plants doing good? I have to bring all mine outside. I also have to bring these leaves outside now. In the summertime, I have these long vines, and I use them basically to decorate our back fence. I just hang them up along the back fence, and then it looks like I have extra plantiness, green around me, which is good. I prefer that. I feel like I need to also go to the garden center to look at plants. Maybe Julia and I will do that today. More chocolate. It's not an actual chocolate bar, it's a protein bar. How much sugar is in this? 3 grams. That's not bad. 3 grams? It tastes like a sweet. And it looks like an O. Henry, kind of. How many grams is this whole thing? 46 grams. That's not bad. Anyway, Yeah, I've been kind of like I want to say lazy, but lazy is not true because I've been not choosing it. Lazy is when you're like, I don't want to work, so I won't work. That's not what's happening. So, yeah, I will pick it back up. I also want to get another perennial. I have like $25 left on my gift card to the garden center, and I could buy $25 worth of annuals, which is basically like a whole flat of annuals, or I could buy one $25 perennial. And guess which way I'm leaning? Leaning towards the perennial, that's for sure. I was thinking maybe there will be a time when like trees and shrubs are 50% off, because they do that often at my garden center. And my lilac was $50. So if it goes trees and shrubs 50% off, maybe I get a second lilac? I don't know. Or maybe I get a cherry tree or some kind of food thing. We'll see, I suppose. I like teal and purple together. They're very cute. They're nostalgic for me. They feel like the 90s. Don't you feel like that color mix is 90s? Well, I do. I think I'm home now, right? Like permanently. June 1st is a Monday, so I'm not going to be here next Monday because we're going to the zoo as a family. We're having a big family zoo meet, so I'm not going to be here on Monday. But other than that, I think I'm like back for a bit until I go to that wedding, which I think I'll only miss a Friday for, so it's okay. Summer is a busy time though, isn't it? I also just want to play with my waders. I want to go into my wader, into the water, and catch rocks and frogs and stuff. That's what I would really like to do. When's our next rainy day? I guess that's when I could figure that out. I could go to the beach. I guess I could go to the beach when it's not rainy, because I have waders. I can just go in the water. Cool, our next rain isn't until next Tuesday, and even that's iffy. Cool, so I have to start watering the garden, basically, every other day right now. Not my, preference. I would prefer if my garden was always watered by rain, but at the same time, you win some, you lose some. At least it's warm out. Okay. Oh, why is everyone mad at pollinator mixes? That was the question I had. It seems like there's a lot of people that are like, don't use flower mixes, don't use wildflower mixes, don't use pollinator mixes. And I'm like, they're all annuals. Isn't flowers better than no flowers? Like, I know people are like saying, plant natives, but it's like, okay, if I have a small plot of land and I'm poor, I'm not going to go buy expensive native plants. I'm going to buy the $8 bag of seeds that will cover my whole area of land. So then I'm like, that seems better than just having like a dirt patch to have wildflowers, even if they're not technically native wildflowers. Most of the things that I grow are tropical, right? Like zinnias aren't naturally here. So then that makes me think like, who cares if it's a wildflower mix that you're planting? It might not be perfect, but it's better than nothing. Obviously, like people who get really into flower gardening, they're not planting wildflower mixes every year, but if you don't garden, I would say throwing out a whole bunch of flower seed mix is better than no flowers. For the pollinators. It's like, oh, only plant natives. Okay, well, if I can't plant natives, should I just have nothing and let the bees have to pass over my house? I don't think so. So, I don't know. I'm not such a hater on the wildflower mixes. But also, maybe it's because the wildflower mixes where I live, they do have a bunch of natives in it, even if they don't mean to. They just do, because a lot of the well-meaning flowers happen to be from here. They can compete with native species for resources or be invasive. I guess if it goes to seed, it can become a problem if it spreads. Okay, so I get that. However, I live in Ontario. Most things that are annuals don't come back. They just don't. Like, people say, like, oh, if you grow this, it'll grow forever. Not here. Not here. Most of the time, our winters are too cold for annual seeds to live through the winter, unless they are native seeds. So all of our weeds happily drop their seed and grow next year, happily drop their seed and grow next year. Chamomile will do that. You'll have chamomile. If you grow it once, you'll have it again. But a lot of the annual seeds that we grow, a lot of the annual flowers rather, the seeds aren't strong enough to go through our whole winter. Even things like poppies, which they require a freeze, like they want to come out before the last frost, they're still not, you can't plant them in the fall and then have them come back in the following spring. So yes, but I guess that's not an issue for me because of how cold it gets where I live. Whereas if you grew these in, like, I don't know, Mississippi, I'm not a doctor, I don't know how warm things get everywhere, but if you grew it somewhere that doesn't get as cold, sure, then your wildflowers could spread and become invasive. But that's kind of like, then anything could spread and become invasive. If you live somewhere where it doesn't get wintry. But I do. I live somewhere where winter is so harsh we don't have any poisonous creatures. We have one skink. It's our only reptile. I mean, wait. Turtles? No, they're amphibians. We have one reptile. The 5-line skink. And that's it. Otherwise, we only have amphibians. It's just too cold here for them. If it's too cold for reptiles, I feel like it's too cold for most things to become invasive. You know what becomes invasive here? Lily of the valley. And by invasive, I mean my sister has it in her garden and has been trying to get rid of it for 7 years in her garden, and it just keeps coming back. And she pulls out every single one. Okay, so when they moved in, they pulled out every single lily of the valley in this one area of garden, pulled out every single one, dug up the soil, put new soil, no, dug up the soil, put the soil down, put down fabric, like weed cloth, then put down fresh soil, then planted plants. And still, every single year, they are pulling out lily of the valley. And not 1 or 2. They're pulling out 100 lily of the valley. Like, it will not give up and it will not back down. And nothing will kill it. And they don't want to use pesticides because, like, the kids hang out near gardens. Like, they don't want to use pesticides at all. Roundup is off the table. So it's all manual labor that has to kill it, or organic fertilizing or organic pesticide things like vinegar or dish soap. But they don't want to kill the rest of the plants in their area, you know? Let's see. If it's competing for resources, it can mean that natives don't do as well that season. But I agree, in most of Canada, it's probably not an issue. But for mild climates like in BC, it can be a problem. Okay, fair enough. And I also see it would be a problem if you had native pollinators that are, like, at risk, and the only thing that they can eat is a specific type of native flower. Then sure, if you're in an area where there's like this at-risk hummingbird will only eat this, so we have to plant lots of this. Like when the monarchs were very critical, I think they've passed being endangered and gone back to critical. But monarchs eat milkweed. What kind of milkweed? They'll eat milkweed. So if you plant a variety of milkweed, it's better than no milkweed. But the best variety would be the variety that grows where you live. But if you don't have any that grows where you live, planting another, like, there's multiple kinds of milkweed, right? And some of them are our native milkweed, that the one that makes the pink flowers and it's fuzzy and it has the big seed cone heads. But there's also other varieties of milkweed. So, yeah, I don't know. I guess I'm not an ecologist, so I also can't give you that information or I can't give you my opinion with good information. It's more just my opinion and why my opinion is my opinion. That being said, I don't plant wildflower mixes because I don't want the randomness of that. I want my very curated garden. It may not be perfect, but it is curated. And it may not be your cup of tea, but it is curated. I did plan for it to look the way it looks. I'm so excited for the flowers though. I love making bouquets. They're my favorite part of summer. I'm almost done my second row in the teal, which means we can change into the orange color, pink color, salmon. Oh, I'm gonna hate weaving all these ends in later. Okay. Kind of want to roll this into 2 or 3 or 4 balls. Is that a dumb idea? Oh wait, 23. That means I need to switch to doing the upper body now, I think. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. Okay, so we've made it to 27. That's probably enough. So I'm not an expert either, but I do have a master's in environmental management, but I focused on the marine ecosystems. Oh, cool. Okay, so you actually would have the right kind of opinion on this matter, is what you're trying to tell me. All right, so here's how it looks before we get into the upper body region of the sweater. So the lower half of it will look like up to here. Except on Alex, not me. So really, it'll be like to there on him. Now I have to do this whole upper part. Excuse me. And to do so, I am going to count out, I think 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. What? 10. Let's see, on the other side, how big is 10? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That feels not quite enough. So let's do a couple more over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Cool. Who needs a stitch marker? I'll just use my noggin. 12 should be good though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Good. I mean, you're definitely more of an expert than any of the rest of us if you have a degree in environmental management. I would consider that expert knowledge. All right, so I'm doing this section in the salmon orange, and I'm covering the tail so I won't have to weave in this one, hopefully. I'm trying to anyway. If I have to pull it out and reweave it in, we'll deal with that later. As of now, hopefully I do not need to weave in that end. Oops, sorry I hit the mic there. I remember when I was in university, I already knew that my degree was not going to get me a job. I was actively in an anthropology degree, and I remember people being like talking about what they were going to do after school, and me being like, I have an anthropology degree. I don't know what I'm going to do. I guess I have to go do like a master's or a PhD or something. And then it got towards the end of school, and I was like, I don't want to do a master's. I don't want to do a PhD. Why did I do this degree that has absolutely no function unless you do additional schooling? An undergrad with no job feels so disappointing. So then, instead of graduating, I said, can I do a double major? And they said, yeah, you have almost all of the credits for a sociology degree. So instead of a double major, what if you just stay an extra semester and do these courses that you missed, and then you can leave with 2 degrees instead of 1. And I was like, okay. So then I was like, cool, 2 degrees will be able to get me a job. If I have 2 degrees, that's better than 1. Not if the second degree is sociology. If you have 2 degrees and 1 is in anthropology and 1 is in sociology, then you'll crochet on the internet. I have 3 degrees. It wasn't worth it. But you know, it was fun. I had a good time. It was expensive, and I don't like to think about that part because the money is gone now, so I don't have to think about it anymore, and I don't owe anything, so I don't have to think about it anymore. But Alex is still paying off his student loans, and at least his degree got him a job. Software engineering, expensive, but worth it. Anthropology and sociology, expensive. I don't know, but worth it. I'm also a librarian, but I work in provincial government records, not my dream job. Provincial government records as a librarian. Not your dream job. Well, I can say I do have my dream job, but my dream job is not the dream that I thought it would be. Do you know what I mean? So my dream job, I work by making crochet tutorials on the internet. It's not what I thought it would be, because it's hard. It's hard work. I have to be a manager of myself. Before I was like, I won't work for anyone else. And now I'm like, I literally can't even work for myself. Department of Environment, at least. I mean, so technically your degree did help you get a job. Oh my God, that's a knot. I thought I had a bug bite on the back of my head. It's literally a tight muscle. Oh my God, my poor neck and back and head and everywhere. Provincial. Gouvernement provincial. Hey, at least you have a pension and healthcare. You are definitely an inspiration. Well, thank you. Appreciate you, girl. If you find this inspiring, then I'm happy you're here. Okay, I have to count to 12. 1 second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So that's my last one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now confirmation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Good. Chain 1 and turn. All right, so here is what it's looking like now that we've got our 3 new little stripes in. I'm gonna keep going now with the orange for, I really should have unwound it, I think. Yeah, I think I should. So that I have an idea of how much I have. Should have, could have, would have, and now I will. Just backwards instead. Until this ball feels half the size. I think that's what I'll do. What's your favorite craft? I wonder if crochet is my favorite one. I definitely do it the most, but I think I prefer like drawing and coloring as my like most fun handicraft hobbies. I don't know. I love embroidery. I don't know what my favorite would be. Someday I'll know. Imagine my favorite handicraft might be one that I don't even know yet. Wouldn't that be fun? Okay, that's probably good for our first cut. Now I'm gonna roll this ball up because I have problems. Could have just crocheted off of it, but we're not gonna. And do you hang up hanging baskets in your garden? I have 3 of them right now, and at this time of year they look so disappointing. Hanging baskets are like, they're so nice when you get them from the garden center, but when you make them yourself, it takes a while for them to show, and it's not great. I want to try metalwork someday, like making rings, etc. Ooh, that sounds fun. That does sound like a fun one. I feel like I eventually would like to do more rock work. Does that mean cutting them with a lapidary saw? Maybe I want to have like a better lapidary saw that I can like put a rock into and it'll make cuts. Like there's these lapidary saws I see on the internet where you put a large rock into it and then you come back in like an hour and your large rock has been cut into 10 slabs, like 10 centimeter wide pieces. And I feel like I would really enjoy that. Why? What would I do with it? I don't know. But I would have it, and that would be great. You know? I do think I want to do pottery at some point, like actually using a spinning pottery wheel and stuff. And I think I also want to try some type of building thing, like woodwork or maybe furniture making. I already know how to reupholster, like in the basic sense. I would like to get better skills at reupholstery because I have all of my grandma's tools from when she used to do reupholstering. And she had like a little special hammer and all these tiny little nails, and it's just a vibe and it makes me want to try it. And then I don't really like finishing work. So woodworking is kind of a miss most of the time for me because I'm not like interested in sanding and finishing and painting and that sort of stuff. I just want to like cut and screw stuff together. You know, normal stuff. Okay, so there's our first one for size, just so we have an idea how much yarn we can use. And now I pretty much have to go forever in just doing half double crochets back and forth on this short row. Eventually we'll need to put another stripe in of the confetti yarn, but I think we can do like 10, 20 rows before that's necessary. I love refinishing furniture. I just have nowhere to do it anymore. Yeah, that's definitely a major hurdle of metalwork, pottery, furniture, repair, building, upholstery. They all require you to have like a dedicated space for the craft. I feel like you can't do pottery and then put all your stuff away. You know what I mean? You need a room that's dedicated to pottery. It's messy. Same with refinishing furniture. It's messy. It can be smelly if you're using like paint thinner or varnishes or whatever. There could be, you know, there's just like a lot of, and with the metal, there's like flames involved, heat, and danger. Basically anything that's dirty or dangerous, we can't do them in a small apartment. I need bigger space. I need more room, more ventilation. It's just a lot. Yeah, ventilation is a big one. I think I have a knot on the back of my neck, like a sore muscle, and I think I have a mosquito bite on top of it.
Oh, I found the best spot where to take some of your sample?
Yeah, right out of my tight neck muscle. Ugh. My neck and my back did not appreciate having to go on that drive. Ugh. Excuse me. I really do want to get this finished, and it keeps just taking a long time. It'll look cute when it's done, though. Hopefully. Alex is having his soup now. And I will be leaving for my sister's house immediately after the stream today because she is in need of a break. So I'm going to steal her children I think child. I think the other one's a daycare. I'm going to steal her child, and I'm going to either go shopping or go in the backyard and play in the water table with her. Or maybe I'll take a nap. I don't know, depending on what mood she's in. If she wants to nap, I can nap. Okay. I love babies. I keep saying to my sisters and my friends, you could just do one more. You could all just, if everyone just had one more, I would be just rolling in babies, and I would be okay with that. There's a drop-in pottery place here opening soon. They do the whole painting thing, but apparently they will have a wheel you can throw at. The rec program pottery class always fills up so fast. Of course it does. We have a stained glass studio here. That's something that I'm also thinking would be an interesting thing to do with a friend, like in the wintertime or the fall. I feel like in the summer, I do not need any help finding activities because I just want to be outside in my garden. But in the fall and winter, it's like, what can we do? What can we do? You know what we can do? We can make stained glass and pottery. I feel like stained glass, mosaic, pottery, those handicrafts are ones I'm interested in getting into. I wonder if our rec center has a pottery class. I bet you it would. Oh, wait a second. No, that is one, right? That's one, yes, and then that's one. Almost got myself turned around there. It's okay though, I got it, I figured it out. Now we've got 2 rows of each of these colors, and I'm gonna keep going in the orange now. Or do I do 2 rows of yellow and then go back into the orange? No, I'm gonna just keep going in the orange for as long as feels right. Probably at least 10 rows though. And then we will have a beautiful sweater and Alex will love it. I'm tired. I'm not tired, I'm exhausted. There's a difference. I'm not tired, I had enough sleep. I'm exhausted. I need like 20 hours uninterrupted. Ow, I have a cut on my finger and it hurts. Oh, I'm so excited for this week. It's gonna be such a beautiful week, and I'm excited for the garden for this week. I'm excited to see what the garden does with 5 days in a row of beautiful sunshine and perfect temperatures. I love summer. I know technically it's still spring, but it's basically almost summer. I have a friend getting married this summer. She's getting married on the solstice, and I thought that was really cute. So she could have the longest day of the year as her wedding. Isn't that cute? That makes her anniversary the longest day. I'm excited for that wedding. I'm nervous. I haven't been in a large group of strangers in a while.
What?
What you doing?
What are you doing? Walking this way?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
After you're done eating your soup, could you get me the car?
Pardon me?
After you're done eating your soup, could you get the car ready for me?
Sure.
Thanks. I'm a girl. Filling the car with gas. Getting the car ready to go. I don't do those jobs. Alex does those jobs. Not because I can't do them, just because he's a chivalrous gentleman. So it's just different, that's all. I told my friend that, and she was like, pumping gas is not a boy job. And I was like, in my world it is. I literally couldn't date after Alex because there is no man that would do the things that Alex does for me without me asking. Like, if a boy didn't open my car door on a date, I just would be like, oh, ew. because I'm used to it now. If Alex didn't open my door, I probably wouldn't notice and I would open the door and get in, but he always does. So I know that if I were to interact with other people, like when I get into the car with a friend and then their partner doesn't open their door, I'm like... And also, whenever I have friends over, Alex opens their car door first and then my car door. And they're always like, oh my gosh, full service. And I'm like, no, he's just like the best. But, yeah. I don't even know where I was going. Chivalry is dead. Alex is the best. He gets the car ready for me. And by gets ready, I mean he opens the garage, he takes the car out of the garage, he puts my seat in the spot I like, and if it's cold, he puts the seat warmer on for me. The car is filled with gas, and then I get in and I go. He turns on the camera for me. We have a recording camera in the car. He gets everything ready. Could I do it myself? Sure. Do I want to? No. Not because it's hard, but because I don't have to. I have a great guy. He does it for me. That's what I like. Thank you very much. You've got a great man, and that's the truth. Some might say the greatest. And I would be that someone. I'm the someone who says he's the greatest. Let me see. What do I have otherwise? I have other discussion stuff. Eat fast, okay? I want to go.
Oh, yeah.
With peace and love.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Did you hear her meow as you walked by?
No.
She smelled that you had food and went, oh. Acting like she's starved, this cat. She's so not a starving cat. As you can tell by her big fat belly. Pika. Always hungry. She actually ate 2 breakfasts today because the automatic feeder, we didn't turn it off. And so I fed her when I woke up. And then she got fed again when the automatic feeder went off, didn't she? And now she's still acting like she's just hungry for Alex's soup. You're just a hungry cat. You're just hungry for soup. Mm-hmm. Why? Anyway. Distraction. You've distracted me, Pika. No, don't go. Stay with me forever. Yeah, be my kitty. Just hang out with me. There you go. Cat hair everywhere. I love when she sits near me. She does whenever I put a sweater here, she'll sit here. Right? What are those paws doing? I see so many paws out here. Give me those toes. Where are those toes from? What about these toes? What about these toes? She's like, I'll just lie my head on you. This toe? These ones right here? These toes? These toes. There we go. I've done enough. I've pet her enough. She's fine. She's like, I'm not done though. I'm not done being pet. I'll just headbutt your clothes as a way of telling you I'm still wanting cuddles. Oh, I have cat hair now though. All over my face. This is gonna be pretty, this is gonna be pretty, this is gonna be pretty, and it's gonna look cool. It's gonna be pretty, it's gonna be pretty, it's gonna be pretty, and it's gonna look cool. Just let me believe that, because I have to. Because if it's ugly and I hate it, I'm gonna just have to deal with that. Peekaboo, your hair is literally all over me right now. I don't know if I had anything else exciting to tell you about. I feel like we've We've petered to the end of our convo. I'll have a good outline for Wednesday, though. Oh, I'm so excited to go to the dermatologist. Every time I think about it, I get a little excited. I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot. Okay, so maybe after I do like 8 or 10 rows in the orange, I'll do 2 rows in the yellow, just so that I bring the yellow back in. There's not a lot of the yellow left, but there is some. Frogging is so annoying. That looks great so far, you think? I'm a little nervous that our color choices are gonna look ugly. Hopefully not. You love the colors? Okay, cool. Great. Let's keep going then. That man breathes soup every single day. He like breathes it in and chokes every day. Oh, also the bird's cage is so lit right now. It's so fun looking. Toby just got up, walked away, and then came back. The birds did not tell me he had to go out. What are the chances that my dog went and peed right next to the door? I'm gonna go with non-zero. Let me just check, because I did not let him go out today, so that's not, it's just, ow, it's a non-zero chance. Let me look. Okay, not here. Toby? Oh, good boy. You didn't go outside? You didn't go pee? Did you just go to the door to ask? Go ahead. Go pee, hurry up. Go pee. Hold on. Go pee. How come you didn't tell me you needed to go outside, birdies? Good boy, Tobe. Oh, sorry. Kicked ya. I was lifting my leg up. It wasn't on purpose. Sorry. Oh, I'm glad you like the colors. We'll find out if I like the colors eventually. You know what I'm almost wondering? Instead of 10 rows, if I just do enough to make it the same thickness as that. What do you think? Do you think it should be thicker or the same thickness? I feel like it could look good with a couple of bars the same thickness as the, geez Louise, as the hemband. Sorry, my tailbone is starting to hurt again. It hurts if I sit down for too long, which is not my favorite, but something I'm handling. Hi. Yeah, she's so nice. Okay. Anyway, almost done for today. You know what I want to do soon? I want to do a single crochet sweater. I want a full sweater in single crochet. I don't know how I'll do it to make it not awful, Maybe I'll do it in like a large hook and regular or small yarn so that it's not like stretchless, you know? But I want something super dense, like single crochet. I feel like it could look really cool. Okay. And what do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I'm on my 5th row. Oh, gosh. Why does it get tight? I don't do anything to have tight muscles. I didn't earn tight muscles, Pico. Why do I have them? Okay, sorry, my brain. Yeah. Gotta go, bye! Sorry for dominating the conversation. I'm happy you did, Melissa. Better than no one. Better than me dominating it alone, so thank you for being here. And I'll see you on Wednesday if you can make it. We'll see you then. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 9 a.m. till 12 p.m. That's when I'm here, and that's when I'm ready to party. Okay. There's actually a lot less yarn here than I thought there was. I'm not gonna take Toby. Because Julia's gonna sleep and I don't want Toby to be waking her up. There we go.
When do you want the depot?
What?
When do you want it?
Now?
Yeah.
Thanks. Okay, one more row here. At least one more. I feel like maybe I'll just go for a nice chunk of the orange. Because it'll be like waist, then this will be like the chest sort of region. Yeah. Better to have a good large clump of it. Excuse me. I'm gonna try and figure out the rest of the plan for the sweater before Wednesday so that I can give you kind of like an actual picture of what it'll look like. Thank you. All right, he's getting the car ready, which means it's time for me to go. But like I said, I will be back on Wednesday, bright and early, 9 a.m. every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, unless I have some really good reason. And if I do, then you don't have to get mad because I had a good reason. So we will get more done on this on Wednesday. However, like I said, I will have a plan for it on Wednesday. By Wednesday, I'll show you. I'll even leave my yarn out so I remember when I get home. I'll show you the color plan based on the colors we have available. And this should go here so I don't forget. Peekaboo, you can stay here throughout the day so I won't clean this up until I get home. But I think that is it for today. 5 minutes early, will you forgive me? I'm sure you will. You guys are nice people. But I am going to go now, and I'm going to hang out with my little sister and take a little bit of care of her because she needs a little bit of caretaking. And that's it. You can say bye to Peekaboo. You actually can't. She already left. But thank you for being here. I'll see you next time. Or at least, I hope I will. Don't forget to click the like button, okay? Thank you. See you next time.